we want you to join with us. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to watch on Peacock, but it's there now. It's Monday Nitro from January 10th, 2000, as they call it over in Peacock land. That's season 6, episode 2. Jeff, there's been some discussion. There's a little bit. Every day I get a DM or a message. What's going to happen to these archives? They're all going to go away. We're going to lose them. Guys, Peacock's a loser. It's always been a loser. They're not going to keep throwing good money after bad. They're probably cut their losses. They've already made it known, Jeff, that they're shopping for a new deal. These archives are going to land somewhere. They've realized you can make money with this. It's not like they're just going to scratch that line item off. Like, that's not a thing. The archives will land somewhere, Jeff. Don't you agree?
Yeah, and you know what? And maybe I am way in the minority, but my gut told me, but years ago, working at WWE and kind of looking at the numbers, the early days of the WWE network, you would think that the libraries, specifically the territory libraries, would get heavy views. I think the real reality is it is a small but very vocal audience that wants their archives. They want they want the ability, and I'm glad they do, especially today's episode. We get to go back and watch Superfly jump off on my ass like a bag of contract. But the archives, I just can't imagine much ado about nothing. There will be a place in the world of technology that we have today. Of course, you're going to be able to see this. So it'll be packaged up, and YouTube. What was I just watching? Oh my gosh, me and Cody were just watching. A USWA. And there's a good follow on Twitter. But anyway, the content's going to be there, pal. Let me ask you this. Are you a big archive watcher, Conrad?
I am. Yeah. Obviously we do it a lot on our podcast network. And even when I just have some free time, I'll say, man, I really want to watch, and then just throw on something random. It might be the 1990 Royal Rumble, who knows what it'll be, but I'll be watching something randomly, or I'll have a discussion with a friend or something, and let me see if I can find that. So yeah, we all use it for that as a resource. I've gotten used to that $10 or whatever it is coming out of my account from Peacock. So wherever it lands with WWE, they'll get my $10 there too. But we want you to watch along with us. It's season 6, episode 2 of Monday Nitro. That's January 10th, 2000. That's season 6, episode 2 on Peacock. January 10th, 2000, Nitro, season 6, episode 2, Jeff.
And speaking of streaming, the buzz that came about over, I guess you could say, what's today as we're recording this, January 6th. Starting last week, all the buzz about Max and season 1 of Dynamite and all around the world. I thought that was pretty cool just to kind of see, the flag is in the ground. The streaming era, would you say that, I can't say it's peaked, but it's gone to another level.
Well, let me ask you this, Jeff. I saw somebody say something the other day, and it made me do a double take. And I thought about it for a minute, and the more I think about it, the more I think he's right. We saw on Christmas Day the NFL on Netflix, and it was hugely successful. I read somewhere like 1 out of every 3 Netflix subscribers was watching that game.
Wow.
So that tells you that's the future, because that's a global company. That is a big deal.
Yep.
And it does feel like what I'm about to say might actually be true. But I saw someone online, and I forget who said it. If I find it, I'll retweet it and give you credit, because I thought, wow, is that right? It might actually be. The speculation was, Jeff, that this contract that AEW just revealed, their new contract with Warner Brothers Discovery, that it might be the last major wrestling contract signed for broadcast television. That after this, it'll just be streaming. And I once upon a time, I would have said, well, there's no fucking way. They're making way too much money on TV. There's just no way. But I see the success of Jake Paul and Mike Tyson on Netflix. Then I see the success of the NFL on Christmas Day on Netflix. And I say, yeah, we're probably not that far away from college football games being on apps, from wrestling being on apps. With AEW on Max last week, I couldn't wait to just try and see, hey, how does it look compared to my television feed? I use YouTube TV. I felt like it was a better, higher quality video stream from Max. I felt like it was a little more HD, if that's the right word. a little more high def. So I wanted to know, you're a sort of a wrestling business junkie. Do you think that might be true that AEW may have signed the last major television contract in wrestling?
Of course, my gut reaction right now is not only no, but hell no. But Lord, I've been wrong so many different times. Just the fact that is cable television, and you hear different folks, and is cable TV going away? And my gut says no. I think they're both, oh man, the bundle and the sports networks and that whole big sports bundle that's being put together right now. Oh boy, kind of that is a really, we could probably sit here if I was in your office, you were in mine. We could probably come up with 10 reasons why it wouldn't and 10 reasons why it would. I just think there would be a argument made for both sides. The good thing, and this is one of the real bare basics, Charlotte, Saturday night, Conrad, I got to see some old friends, not just Ricky and Robert, but, Charlotte's one of those wrestling towns, and different folks stopped by and all this. And I was just talking to a guy, that's where they held the matches. It was every other Tuesday. It was their big house show. And at the end of the day, just how professional wrestling, as it's rolled along, once TV came along, however long, back 50s, it's inexpensive programming. That's where I'm going with it, that rates. And so as long as there's cable television, there's going to be professional wrestling on it, would be my gut. Now the deal structure may be different, Connie. And maybe streaming first or simulcast like we're doing. I don't know, but I believe as long as there is network and cable television, professional wrestling is going to be out there because of just the sheer numbers on both sides, expense versus the numbers that it gets.
I for one am interested to see what happens with the next round of television negotiations and what that next contract might look like. But we heard last week in a loud and clear voice on Dynamite, you've signed what you called your last in-ring contract. Congratulations, Mr. Jarrett.
That's that, Connie.
All Elite, going to keep going. I mean, do we want to disclose? I mean, is this a 1-year deal to wrestle? Is this a 10-year deal to wrestle? Is this a lifetime? Because I was thinking, did he get that? Undertaker no-showed me at StarCast once, and it was written a few days later that he had signed a lifetime contract with WWE, and I didn't know what the hell that meant. Did you sign a lot? Is that the workaround here? Like, it is my last contract, but it's lifetime.
Oh, Connie, you're digging.